In Western North Carolina, hundreds of thousands of your tax dollars are spent every year to maintain multiple office spaces for state agencies.
Now some government watchdogs are questioning if some of that space should be consolidated to save money. In a News 13 special reality check investigation, our Mario Boone examines if doing so would really work.
What did you find out, Mario?
Well, the answer to that question depends on who you ask. What's clear, some of these agencies see office space as their turf, and they are very reluctant to give it up. North Carolina Alcohol Law Enforcement occupies this sleek building in South Asheville. The agents who work here are responsible for enforcing lottery, tobacco, and liquor law. The ALE is nestled beside another state office, Department of Revenue, responsible for collecting taxes. Despite their close proximity, ALE and DOR pay separate rent and utilities.
They are here to serve us.
Jane Balello, chair of the Asheville Tea Party, questions if it amounts to waste.
It's a good example of what needs to be looked into with a very keen eye to see.
We did just that, beginning with ALE. Last fiscal year, the agency doled out just over $2,800 in utilities and $25,000 for rent. DOR dished out $83,000 in rental fees and another $12 grand for utilities. But perhaps the granddaddy of all state government agencies in our area is the State Bureau of Investigation. North Carolina's lead crime fighter rents 2 offices in South Asheville at a yearly cost of over $341,000.
Again, it has to be measured, it has to be looked into, it has to be careful.
But getting state agencies to agree on office space consolidation is no easy task. Just ask State Representative Tim Moffitt.
All too often, we encounter in Raleigh these turf battles simply because they would prefer to have the space empty versus actually sharing the space with another agency.
Yet Moffitt says a broad review of leased and owned property is now underway, which could lead to forced consolidation of office space. But even fiscal conservatives caution against a knee-jerk reaction.
If you go in there like gangbusters, we're going to, just put everybody in the same building. You may be costing the taxpayers more money.
Or costing them convenience, a concern of Moffitt.
We need, as a state government, to be where we can serve the public.
The State Department of Administration manages office space for all state agencies. I contacted the DOA to ask if taxpayer dollars could be saved by merging office space. We got this response saying there are many reasons why clustering diverse state agencies into a single facility would prove impractical and potentially more costly, such as specific programmatic needs, flexibility of leased space, and the legislature not allocating funds to purchase or construct new facilities. Public opinion on the issue varies.
Putting everything under one roof and kind of consolidating all the utilities seems practical.
It's probably better to the community to spread it out as much, so therefore it's not just one leaseholder that gets the benefit of all the state contracts.
Even Moffitt thinks the state owning property isn't the best approach.
Every building or every piece of land that the state owns within your community is not subject to property tax.
Which means any savings through building ownership might be lost in missed tax revenue. And the bottom line here, merging state offices is a double-edged sword that's far from resolved, and it's an issue we'll continue to follow.